Hey all, this is Ms. Becerra. Before we get to our agenda and assignments for the week, I wanted to update you on our new and improved virtual learning schedule. The one thing I particularly want to point out is that teacher office hours are now from 12:40 to 1:35. So if you have questions, please drop by during those times. My conference information, including that Zoom meeting and link, will stay the same. The only thing that changes is the time. Here's the updated schedule for my office hours. As you see, the URL, the Zoom meeting ID, and the password are still the same. So again, the office hours that I'm going to be holding are Monday through Thursday from 12:45 to 1:35. You can drop by anytime during this time to just check in or ask any questions about assignments that you have. You don't have to stay the whole time. It's not a live class, but please do drop by and get any help that you need. If you have questions outside of those office hours, you can reach me via email at lizette.becerra@leusd.net. You can also send me a text message or a call at 818-446-6438. And make sure that you're following me on Instagram at ms.becerra for any updates there. We're going to go over the agenda of assignments for April 20th through the 24th. So our guiding question is, how are systems of power in the past connected to systems of power today? We're going to be writing the first draft of our paragraph 3, 4, and 5. Paragraph 3 deals with the present, basically the Jim Crow policies that are a problem today. Paragraph 4 connects the past, the Jim Crow policies of the past, to the Jim Crow policies of the present. Paragraph 5 deals with the future and how we envision it. How do we want to see these Jim Crow policies solved in the future? By the end of the week, you should be able to say, I can connect the past to the present and look to the future in my essay on Jim Crow policies. So for this week's assignments, and as usual, we're going to go to classwork, and we're going to scroll down to Unit 4, Racial Profiling. So we have a lot of documents on here, so you may have to press View More in order to see the last assignment that is on here. So last week, we went over the texts and graphic organizers that we have already used and what they mean in order to be able to write our essay now. So if you haven't seen last week's video, make sure you watch it so that you understand what all these assignments are. For this week, we're going to focus on writing paragraphs 3 through 5 of our first draft of the Jim Crow essay. So here is the writing prompt again, as well as here our writing prompt for this essay, as well as the rubric that you will be graded by. And here you're going to find the outline, and we're going to scroll down to paragraph 3 that we're going to be focusing on this week. So this week we're going to be writing about that Jim Crow policy, and specifically the topic that you chose to write about and what the problems are with that today. So what is the present problem that we're facing? You're going to introduce what you're talking about with one topic sentence. You're going to give some background information. What's happening now today? What is a problem today that we're facing regarding Jim Crow policies? You're going to give some evidence of that problem or an example of that problem. And then you're going to talk about the results. Basically, what effect has it had? What has this problem done to people? How has it affected them? And you're going to give some evidence and examples of this result. Basically, if there's a problem that has affected someone in a negative way, what evidence can you show me that it really is a problem and has affected them in a negative way? And lastly, you're going to end with a closing sentence. Then you're going to move on to paragraph 4. In this paragraph, you're going to connect the past to the present. So in a topic sentence, you're going to tell me, how did the past lead to where we are today? How did those Jim Crow policies that happened so long ago lead to the problems that we're facing today? Analyze or explain how the systems of the past led to the problems of today. Talk about the cause and effect. How did one thing lead to another? How did that past lead to the present? And how is the past and the present connected? Give some evidence and examples that prove that past and present are connected in the way that you are arguing, and some reasoning. Explain your evidence. And lastly, you're going to end with a closing sentence. Paragraph 5, you're going to be looking to the future. So explain what you want to happen in the future regarding the topic that you chose. What do you want the future to look like? Is there something you want to change? Or is there something you want to see more of? How can this problem be solved in the future? We're going to hold off on our conclusion for the next week and also our editing. If you want to move forward, that's okay, but I want you to primarily stick to paragraph 3, 4, and 5, and we'll focus on wrapping up and doing our final edits to finish this essay by next week. And those are the 3 things that we are going to be focusing on, paragraph 3, 4, and 5. This assignment is due on April 26th at 11:59 p.m. It's worth 10 points. Each paragraph is 10 points. Make sure we are completing our assignments on time, and if you have any questions, please drop into my office hours. And remember, stay connected, stay learning.